Alrighty. What is up, the YouTube? The tube of views out there reaching for some MFing views. It's been a minute, hasn't it? Probably going on 5 months since I've made an upload. Well, December, when I crashed the KLR, which was completely my fault, and no one else's wrongdoings. I was just pushing the bike too much through a corner that bike should not have been pushed through. But that is not the reason for today's video. Today we are on the beautiful Triumph Tiger 800, and we are just going on a little cruise talking about some gear. As the title of this video says, probably, I got all new gear. I was talking with Graythor earlier. He made a good point. Every 5 years, just go ahead and get yourself a whole new kit. Now, the full kit that I am wearing right now, I think everything in total except for the airbag vest, I want to say roughly around $1,000 for the whole kit. I'm talking helmet, boots, gloves, jacket, pants. About $1,000 for everything that I got. Now, I did go a little bit on the adventure side of things. I did get the Sedici Avventura kit. I got the Avventura gloves, the Avventura jacket, Avventura pants. I got their adventure style boots. And I got the Sedici carbon dual, I think it's like dual or something, helmet. Whew, gotta get some air. Alright. Well, these lower speeds, I don't really have good airflow through the helmet, but I can open the visor and drop down the shield and get some fresh air. I'll show you guys the helmet and everything with the good camera later on.
Intercom failed. Try again later.
I never turned that off. What's one of my videos without intercom failed, please try again later happening. So right now I'm running to get some fuel in the bike because my fuel light's on. And then we're going to give this a little bit of a highway test to see how this gear really does for cruising and stuff like that, and talk about the vents and stuff. I mean, it's a hot one today. I mean, it's right now my temperature says 85, but it's probably around 90 something. The bike was in the garage.
Failed. Try again later.
The bike was in the garage, so the garage is probably a little bit cooler. So let me get some fuel, and then we're going to talk about the gear. So the reason for me buying all this new gear, which, you know, I said earlier, Graythor had said something about, you know, changing your gear every 5 years, which is a awesome, you know, like, yes, I agree with that. But the reason why I did it is because I'm gearing up. I'm going on a road trip on the Tiger. I'm going to take the Tiger from where I live down in West Palm Beach, Florida, all the way up to just past Columbus, Ohio, Mansfield, Ohio. So I'm gonna gear up the bike, pack everything up, and I'm gonna ride this from here to there. Probably gonna hit Highway 129 on the way, Tail of the Dragon, just so I can say that I did it once at least. And we got a bump. So I'll probably stop at Highway 129, Tail of the Dragon, just to, you know, say that I did it once, at least once in my lifetime. Do I really care about it too much? Not really. If I don't make it, I don't make it, but I don't know, I always figured it'd be cool to do, so I'm gonna go do it on my way up. Might even stop along the way, and if Viper still has Viper, you guys follow my channel long enough, you know who Viper is. If you've been on the live streams, he's always been on those. Might stop and say hi to him. And hopefully I'm not rambling too much in this this video for you. I know you guys, some of you guys are here probably just to get on with the review. I want to know about this jacket or these boots, the helmet. You know, I haven't really seen too much reviews on the helmet. There was a couple of people I've seen them try it on and stuff like that, and they tried it on and see how it fit and stuff like that. I haven't really found a good review on actually riding with it. I can tell you one thing about these gloves. It is a little bit, you don't have that much dexterity for pushing the buttons like I'm used to with a thinner style glove. These are full gauntlets. They're pretty thick. I would probably use them for winter gloves here in Florida or the road trip, you know. All right, let's go ahead and drop down the visor. All right, this riding gear has a ton of venting on it, and I can tell you right now, I do feel, and I have my airbag vest on, so all of the venting is not as good as it should be, as good as it should be designed to do, because the airbag vest does block some of the vents. But I can tell you, I definitely feel the air. It feels like it's coming in from my shoulders and around over my shoulders and towards my back. I do have a pair of pants on underneath these pants. I could feel a little bit of air coming through on top of my legs. Yeah, that's not terrible. Like, it was hot. That slow moving stuff, it was definitely hot. But now that I'm moving, that feels really good. So I will say this jacket is well ventilated. It feels really good right now. And all these vents and zippers and stuff are water resistant. It does have a waterproof liner and a thermal liner, which I do not have in right now. But other than the gloves not having much dexterity, everything else feels really good. I feel like I'm, you know, able to maneuver the bike how it should be, and you know, even with my airbag vest, I don't feel hindered anywhere. So as far as the helmet goes, I do have the pin lock in it to keep it from fogging up. I did notice it without the pin lock, the visor does fog up pretty quick. I don't know about how it does while riding down the road, but with the pin lock in there, there's no more fog at all. So if you're gonna get this helmet, the Sedici dual carbon helmet, you're definitely gonna want the pin lock for it. God, I love the sound of this triple. This is why I'm going to take this bike up to Ohio. Doing 72 miles an hour, just cruising 6th gear. And it also has cruise control. So I can just take my hands off the bars and cruise. Now, my hands are definitely getting warm in these gloves. There is no venting in these gloves. These are waterproof gloves, but there's no there's no real airflow on them. I don't feel anything at all on my hands. So this will be my setup for a while, for a very long time. So I can take this gear, and which is great, is the gear I can switch between this and the KLR, no problem. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a couple of review videos here in the next, coming up. There's no schedule or anything like that because I'm terrible with schedules. As you can see, that's why it took me 5 months to upload another video. But I did buy some new tires for the Tiger. So this is a 2018 Tiger 800. I do need tires. I ordered them. I got the Michelin. No, what did I get? Oh God, I can't remember the name. Road 6s or something. Pilot. I've been looking at so many tires, I don't forgot the name. But I got the good tires. So one thing about the helmet is I did order the smoked shield for it. I ordered that through Cycle Gear. The smoked shield makes the helmet look way cooler. So let's talk about these boots. the Sedici Adventure style boots. I gotta say they're pretty comfortable. Now I did have to size up. Like I'm normally like a 10.5 in a shoe. So I tried the 11s and they felt tight. So I got the 12s and they fit perfect. So I'm like 2 sizes up from what I would normally wear. So, but they do have a little bit of dexterity to them. You know, I can rock my ankles back and forth. They're not super stiff like an MX boot. I can reach the shifter and shift underneath it no problem, as if I would with a regular riding shoe. So the boots do have good dexterity. They are a little warm. Again, they're waterproof boots. Anytime you start getting that waterproof stuff, you're gonna lose a lot of venting, you know. But I think by having my feet a little bit warm, you know, versus wet, I think I'd rather have them warm than having soggy wet feet for a couple days on a ride. You get your feet wet, you kind of get miserable. So alright, well, the slower moving traffic stuff, you don't really have. He just jumped on the on the median. Yeah, this slower moving traffic, I am a little bit warm. But again, it's freaking 90 degrees, so. I can't really blame the gear on that. Yeah, low speeds, the visor down. I mean, 50. I do have a big windshield in front of me, but this isn't too terrible. Oh, that's another thing about the helmet's visor, the peak. I haven't noticed really any buffering with that. I know I do have one that when I ride it, it feels like it's being lifted off my head because of the visor. This one seems to be very well vented to let it the air go through and around the helmet for the peak. Now you can take the peak off as well and ride it without it. So this is really kind of a dual purpose style helmet, a true dual sport helmet, I guess you'd call it. Alright, well, I am going to stop at one of my favorite spots, Papaqua's, I don't know. It's a good little coffee shop. They have a really good frozen iced peanut butter coffee thing. So I think I'm going to need that with all this heat we have going on. All right, let's get these sweaty gloves off. Ooh, yeah, that's a relief. All right, so summer riding, these are not your gloves. The jacket, probably. You'll be okay. God, I'm out of breath. That's how you know it's hot. You get out of breath just hopping off the bike.
Recording.
All right, well, had my smoothie or shake, I don't know. There's some iced coffee smoothie, icy thingy. It's delicious. It's got peanut butter in it. But back on the bike, heading home. These gloves are, especially after you've been sweating in them, try getting them on again, they're a little bit rough. So maybe for summertime, these are definitely not summertime gloves. Let's see how they do on the road trip, maybe. But if it's this hot during the road trip, it's definitely not worth it. The jacket, I can see the jacket being the The jacket is definitely decent. And the pants. The pants feel pretty good. They're not the greatest for sitting in traffic, but they fit me really well. And the vents do work a little bit. The jacket, though, I think is the best. The helmet is a little warm. I feel like I have more airflow in my icon, but my icon was well broken in. Yeah, the helmet is not terribly loud. I think my icon is definitely louder than it. Well, especially with that visor on the icon, that thing freaking rattles so damn loudly. I have the Variant Pro, and that helmet, man, you get to ride and that visor gets to vibrate and you hear it. So, I mean, this helmet, I mean, it's pretty quiet. Is it gonna say like a Shoei? No, absolutely not. It's probably stupid loud compared to a Shoei, but I hear the wind, but it's not terribly loud. So hopefully I covered everything, my thoughts and what I think of everything. Like I said, as a full kit together, it's pretty nice. I like the fact that it's all matching, you know, it all matches and everything is meant to go together, this full Sedici setup. So I like it. I think it's going to be good for the road trip. I think I'll definitely enjoy having all the vents and stuff. And then if I do hit any rain, I can stop and throw in the liner, or if it gets colder, I can throw in the thermal liner. So I think in that aspect of it, it's going to be pretty good. But my first thoughts and first impressions, it's pretty good. Other than the gloves. I mean, the gloves are okay. They're like I said, they're comfortable gloves. There's just no ventilation in them at all. Like, they are warm gloves. They're hot. You know, maybe once it gets wintertime, we'll see how they do, but they are waterproof, so I'm gonna keep them with me on the trip. I'll probably wear my Alpine Star gloves as a regular, but if it starts raining and I have to put on the gear, I'll bust out the gloves and throw those on. Yeah, as I get moving, I definitely feel the air flowing through this jacket, which is really nice. And like I said, I'm blocking half of the vents with my airbag vest. So to be able to actually feel it with the airbag vest on, I'm pretty impressed by that. Let's see. Does the helmet have like a half click thing? Yeah. Yeah, you can half click it up a little bit. I mean, it's a pretty big gap, but it definitely has like a half click up. I know a lot of people like that feature on helmets to have that half a click up thing. Out of my way, wrestler. Are Tesla drivers the new Prius drivers? I think so. So if you think I missed anything of this gear, go ahead and leave a comment and tell me what I missed and what I can do better. Alright, well, I'm gonna go home and sit down and edit this video. I'll break out the big camera and record all this stuff up close and show you the vents and features and all that stuff. So yeah. As always, thanks for checking out my little channel. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers, which I'm impressed with, to say the least. So if you like this content, go ahead and click that subscribe. And if you think someone that you know could benefit from this, any of this, the jacket, the boots, the gloves, the helmet, If any of your buddies could benefit from getting one of these, send them the link to this video. So, I do gotta say, before we close this out, if you get the helmet, make sure you get the pin lock to go with it, because the visor will fog up really bad. Like, the visor is terrible. I remember putting it on, I'm like, oh god, immediately it fogged up. As soon as I put the pin lock in there, problem solved. So definitely get the pin lock. That is the most important thing, to have the Sedici pin lock installed on your visor. It's a little bit more money, but man, is it worth it.